Alright people, this is my Newcastle United versus Manchester United preview. We've had a change of day plan. Today I was actually going to begin my FIFA 20 series of every Man United game on the kick-off. So this week would have been Newcastle Man United. I'm going to do that tomorrow and do my preview today because it's going to be a hell of a busy day weekend for me coming up. So obviously Newcastle against Manchester United, usually one of the top Premier League fixtures. Usually quite an entertaining game between these two clubs. But unfortunately, I don't think it is going to be a very entertaining game. Both teams are lacking on quality at the moment. It's tough times for both clubs. United, mid-table standard, boring football, no creativity. Big struggles. Newcastle, even worse. They're in the bottom three. And Steve Bruce is under real pressure at the moment at St James's Park. And he's up against his teammate Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is under possibly even bigger pressure because, he's at a bigger club like Manchester United. No disrespect to Newcastle, but I think the Manchester United job is more... will be more scrutinised than the Newcastle job. So obviously it's going to be a very tough game. It's probably going to be a very boring game for you neutrals. Obviously I think we are going to win the game personally. I think we're going to get a 1-0 win. I'm weirdly confident ahead of this one. It could be a draw, which is possibly likely in most people's perspective. But both teams are struggling to create chances and score goals. Newcastle, St James's Park is expected to be empty. There's a few Newcastle fans that are already Steve Bruce out. I know there's a friend of mine, 100% NUFC, Sharky, my good friend. He is, he's not very happy with Steve Bruce at the moment. He wants him out. They were absolutely pathetic against Leicester last week. Not the fans. The fans are absolutely amazing. The players, those are the people I'm talking about. The players, absolute shambles, letting their supporters down who are loyal. Travelled all the way from Newcastle down to a piss wet through King Power Stadium because it was raining, and they showed no fight, no desire, no passion, nothing. They showed nothing on the pitch, and they let the fans down. And the owners, Mike Ashley, Jesus Christ, he has let Newcastle down badly. Letting them down is a big understatement. He's done worse than that. Newcastle, they let Rafa Benitez go. They appoint Steve Bruce. Obviously, I think they're preparing for the Championship already. I think they will go down. Sorry, Newcastle fans. Newcastle fans probably think that already. And I think they'll look at this game as a possible opportunity. They probably won't be confident going into this game. I think we showed something about us. We had something about us. We don't have enough to go forward and dominate the game. We know that. I know that for a fact. But, I'm sure there was some positive signs for us on Monday night against Arsenal. Obviously, I will always treat Arsenal as a big team, okay? I'll always see them as a top team, one of the big boys of the Premier League. I know they've not won the Champions League, but that is how I will always see it. And I think against Arsenal, to get a point, it's not bad. I've got my dad and my brother are Arsenal supporters, so obviously, no one was majorly upset about the result. So, it can be, I think there were some bright sparks in the game. I felt Scott McTominay scored an absolute beauty against Arsenal, and I think he's been an underrated player. I don't think he gets a lot of praise, Scott McTominay. I think he is a very, very good replacement for Nemanja Matic. We do need another midfielder. We do need to improve in the midfield. That is blatant. That is clear as water. That we need new midfielders. And I think that this is an important game. We've got Liverpool and Norwich. I think we're probably we are guaranteed to lose to Liverpool. No doubt about that. We are guaranteed to lose to Liverpool. And I hate to say that. I've got a family of Liverpool fans as well. So that's not going to help me. And then we've got Norwich, obviously, who beat Manchester City. And they're possibly likely to beat us. Again, they could beat us quite comfortably at Carrow Road. They could punish us quite badly. So, we're playing crappy football. Newcastle playing crappy football. Probably even worse than we are. And I think we need to win. We need to win. We need to go to St James's Park and go and get the 3 points. No matter how hard it is, we've got to go there and get the win. I think Newcastle might see this as an opportunity to try and get back on track, try and get a result, try and get something from the game. It's possibly more likely to be a draw, but I think we're going to win the game. I think I think we've got some energy in us. I thought we counter-attacked well against Arsenal, and I don't think Newcastle have much pace going forward. So obviously it's going to be a very, very difficult game. I think Newcastle will be physical and they'll try to get at us. Without Isaac Hayden, without John Joe Shelby, so it'll probably be Key and Sean Longstaff, who have been linked with quite a lot. I think defensively, I think we look quite solid, but going forward, we don't look very, very, very good at all. So I think this game against Newcastle is going to be important, and I think we need to go and get 3 points in this one. And I think we will, going into the international break yet again. To be fair, in a way, it's kind of good that I don't have to worry about Man United that much when the international break comes. But I prefer it when the Premier League is around, if you get what I mean. So, there you go. We're in action at the moment. We're drawing 0-0 with AZ Alkmaar. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but hopefully we can get the win in that one. Hopefully we can get the win in this one against Newcastle. I think it is important that we do collect 3 points in this game as well. So, guys, that's the end of my match preview. I shall be back tomorrow for the first of the FIFA 20 kick-off series for Man United games. And I shall see you tomorrow. Apologies about the background noise. I'll see you all later. Goodbye. By the way, that's pain on my hand.